Oh, how sweet the sound. Glory, glory, hallelujah. Thank you, thank you, thank you, Father God. Thank you, Jesus. Thank you, Lord, that this kid is all right. What's good, people? Your boy, man, Mike here with the absolute. I think we know what's wrong with the kid. He still has a while, a ways to go. I don't want to make it seem like, that he's 100% out of that things are, over safe. But I'm stepping out on faith and just saying, all right, this kid is going to be okay. One of the hardest things that I've had to do in this profession is to watch live and try to keep cool, keep calm, and not like lose your mind. It's like this is one of the reasons why I stated a while back, did a video not too long ago, about 3-4 days ago to be exact, that you want to take these players, these coaches seriously, and just try to understand that these guys have lives, that these guys have hearts, these guys have families. And tonight was exactly the reason, and it reiterates and puts a stamp on this platform even further. I told you guys the reason why Matt Mike Sports, Atlanta Falcons Nation, 6-Man K-Styles, You Talk Sports, we came together so we can support our team, support, these players that put their lives on the line. And last night was one of the scariest things. I've never seen anything like that in my life. At a live event, I've never seen it. So it was scary as hell to watch a guy, the NFL, the doctors, shout out to all the doctors, the medical personnel, the team doctors that responded fast. He was on the ground about 9-10 minutes. We now have the details as it comes down, as it pertains to what the issue is. It's called Commortius. Jesus Christ, I still haven't done it. Somebody can pronounce it for you, but we now know this a rare. This is something that happens about 9 times in a year, just in general. 9 times a year. So that tells you Commotio cordis. I'm not good at pronouncing words, so thank you guys. But this is a rare condition, that a rare situation where it just doesn't happen. Basically, what this this condition and what happened to Damar Hamlin last night, it was as just one, when your brain sends electrical signals to your brain, to your body and your organs, and it's an electrical shock, and it's an electrical signal at that moment. And apparently his brain sent an electrical shock to his electrical signal to his heart at the same time that he got hit. So it's like I said, it's a rare situation that typically does not happen. So just want to give a shout out to the NFL. As you see here, the NFL, Roger Goodell, are speaking with both teams, NFL leadership, and informed the club today that the Buffalo Bills Bengals game will not be resumed this week. The NFL has made the decision regarding the possible resumption of the game at a later date. So that is some good news. Let these guys really get themselves together, because this kid still got a ways to go. But like I said, I'm claiming it. He's gonna be okay, man. God willing, he's okay. His family, it had to been absolutely crazy. I don't. That's one thing to be his mother. I feel for his mother, being at the game, having to deal with that, having to see that type of thing. So that's a tough situation. Some other news out of the NFL: David Tepper has talked with Michigan coach John Harbaugh. They lost in the college playoffs, so there's been a lot of speculation on whether or not he will be headed to college, headed to the NFL. Don't know. I doubt it, but at this point in time, man, the NFL and the sports world is just all over the place, so you don't know exactly what will happen, but hey, we will see. Also, I want to kind of answer a question from a Falcons fan. He asked me a question on whether or not, and it's Sidney Davis, so shout out to Sidney Davis for this. I really wanted us to go defense with this first pick. I'd like us to draft Will Anderson. How possible would you say this is for us to maybe move up and get him? Well, I'm the type of person that I like to wait and see, man. I don't like to jump to conclusions as far as draft position. Let's just wait till the season is over before we start this, the focus on if we'll be able to trade up. I'll say this, as far as Will Anderson is concerned, let's pump the brakes on all these edge guys. Let's pump the brakes on all these defensive guys. I think it's one of the most foolish things, and I'm not necessarily saying you're foolish, but one of the things that I think is foolish is to prematurely focus on who and what. The Falcons may have a superstar in Ogundeji. I mean, he's going to be going into his second year. The Falcons could really they may really believe in him as far as his skill set. Not that Will Anderson, I've seen him play at the University of Alabama. Obviously, he's one of those guys that strictly, in my opinion, he's strictly a speed rusher. He does very little to, set the edge, stop the run. Doesn't do much outside of that. So I'm not necessarily one who would trade up to get Will Anderson. To be honest, I don't think if Will Anderson believed that he was that good, in my opinion, I don't think he would have waited this long to go in the NFL draft. You that good? Go. Two, I think the Atlanta Falcons, and then if you know anything about what Dean Pease, Arthur Smith, both of those guys who went out and stated that they are looking for inside pass rushing. If you go back and look at Sunday's game, the Falcons got dang near no pass rush in the middle of the field. So would the Atlanta Falcons go after Will Anderson? I highly doubt it. Will Anderson is a speed rusher. Can the Falcons use a Will Anderson? I believe so. But like I said, I don't think at this point in time, especially with a guy like AK-47 Arnold Ebiketie, I don't think there's any need for a Will Anderson. I think if anything, the Falcons would go in maybe the 4th or 5th round. You still got guys like D'Angelo Malone. You got Adetokunbo Ogundeji. You have potentially re-signing this year. He did a wonderful job this year as an edge guy in Lorenzo Carter. So personally, I don't think the Falcons are even looking at a guy like Will Anderson. To be honest, I don't think he's on their radar. Like I said, the Falcons are one of those teams. It's got to be about physicality. And I saw Will Anderson against Georgia. He pretty much disappeared playing against Georgia, almost the entire game. When there's a game, especially for this particular Falcons team, Falcons are looking for guys that are physical. Falcons are looking for guys who are fundamentally sound. Falcons are looking for guys that's going to be that add on to what they already have. The Falcons are looking to build around Ogundeji. Okay? Falcons are looking to build around AK-47. Falcons are looking to build upon Grady Jarrett. Those are the key core pieces of this defense right now that they're going to come in. They're going to bring in some veterans, some young guys that may not have gotten this opportunity elsewhere. In their first 3 to 4 years, sometimes 5 years, those guys have some sort of ability, and they, go to free agency. The Falcons pick them up. I mean, you can look at a guy like Rashaan Evans, for example. He's a perfect example of a team, a player that could quite possibly come to the Atlanta Falcons and play a significant role. So, in my opinion, I think they already have their star, and Arnold Ebiketie. And like I said, I like Will Anderson, but in my opinion, he's simply a pass rusher. He's simply a speed rusher, and I don't think we're looking for speed rusher. I think we're looking for guys that are well-rounded. You look at Ogundeji. He at Notre Dame, those guys, he played the run well. He got the quarterback well. You look at Arnold Ebiketie. Obviously, he was he played opposite of Micah Parsons, and you playing opposite Micah Parsons, you got to have the ability to stop the run. You got to be able to do the small things, because for the most part, these guys are going to double you. They're going to put a tight end on you, and you're going to be able to, they're going to run right at you because they're going to run away from Micah Parsons. So if you don't have the ability to stop the run, if you don't have the ability to set the edge the proper way, then and I already see a couple of names in here, but like if you don't have the ability to stop the run and play the run and set the edge, you're not going to be on the Atlanta Falcons long. So like I said, I just I'm not saying that Will Anderson is going to be a bust. I don't believe that at all. I think he has to go to the right team. I think Will Anderson, he'll probably be better suited for a team maybe like the Pittsburgh Steelers, the Baltimore Ravens, those guys who already have guys that are set and the defense that are pretty set, and then you draft a guy like Will Anderson, and all he has to do is focus on just being a pass rusher. So, like I said, I just don't see a need to draft or even trade up for Will Anderson. Now, if Will Anderson ends up going absolutely ape crap in the combine, then we'll see. But like I said, I like the combine is one thing. I think it's one of the most overrated things, but it can help other prospects. It can hurt prospects. We've seen prospects that not show well in the combine, and then these guys get in NFL games and they become superstars. So, like I said, at this point, man, I think the Falcons will more than likely have a defensive tackle. And if anybody see a defensive edge guy, not defensive edge guy, but a bookend or a 3-tech or just an all-around defensive tackle that you got, like, it's one that I have my eye on. We're gonna go on that tonight on 6-man K-Style, so y'all be sure to join us later tonight for a 6-man K-Style. We're gonna do a draft talk and Q&A show, so you guys do not want to miss this. All right, this is gonna be a dope show. Now we get down to the nitty gritty where we're going to start talking about the prospects. I'm going to have some unique ones. So you're not going to see, I might do a couple of videos on the guys that are the superstars, but this season for the Atlanta Falcons, if you know anything about how we do things, we don't focus on the stars over there. That's the easy way out. But like I said, I like the kid from Tennessee. Number 21, I forget his name right now. Good God, I was just watching him. He's one of those guys that can kind of, he's awkward, but he kind of get the job done. I saw him playing against Georgia, and I believe it was South Carolina. He was playing, and he pretty much wreaked havoc the entire game. I believe it was Carolina. Might have been Carolina, but he wreaked havoc in that game. And like I said, I thought he was just another one of those guys, quiet, got a little bit of size on him, and it kind of reminds me of like a Corey Peters. You know, like I said, he's not going to blow you away with athleticism, but he's effective as hell. He's effective. I see quite a few people saying Miles Murphy. Miles Murphy. Woo, Miles Murphy. What should I say about Miles Murphy? Miles Murphy. You know what? See, Miles Murphy is about 276, about 280. I think he'd be a nice bookie. I think he'll be a nice. I don't know if he'll fit next to Great. See, my thing with that, with Miles Murphy, is that I think the Falcons need a little bit. I think they need a little bit more size. Yeah, I think they need a little bit more size. Now, this dude is an absolute wrecking ball. But if the Falcons can find a way to bring in a tackle that can consistently beat those double teams, consistently not only provide a little bit of pass rush, but he can stop the run for the most part. Miles is about 6'5", I believe, about 6'5", about 280. He's a lot smaller than Taquan Graham, and that kind of scares me. If he can come in and add on about 10 to 15 pounds, I wouldn't mind taking him in the top 10. But he, like I said, it's hard to be able to, it's hard to kind of pass up on him, man. But I think the Falcons need a little bit more size. But they did say that they are looking for inside pressure. And that's the tricky thing when it comes down for having a guy like Miles Murphy. He's 6'5", 275. Can he play inside? Can he consistently stop the run. So that'll be an interesting thing. If he is the best pass rusher, inside pass rusher, he can play that bookend position. How kind of similar how we use Taquan Graham. Now we'll have a Taquan Graham on one side, Miles Murphy on one side, and then you got Grady Jarrett. I think that'll be a nice tandem, but for me, I think you would have to have either a defensive run stuffer that could consistently stop the run, get someone in the get someone in the draft where they can stop the run, that has that size. A guy like a Timmy Horn, similar stature to a Timmy Horn. Timmy Horn has done a wonderful job. He has that size. And now you'll have two young guys, one that can stop the run, that has the size of a Timmy Horn, and two, you have Taquan Graham and a Miles Murphy. So I wouldn't say no to a Miles Murphy. I actually wouldn't. But the thing with the Falcons, man, they may decide that they want to go after a linebacker. And J-Rock he's, like I said, he's a little bit more athletic. I wouldn't say no, but it would have to be a plan if the Falcons are going to go after Miles Murphy. It would definitely have to be a plan if they're going to go after Miles Murphy. Because I think they need a linebacker. They could use a corner, and the Falcons need a guy inside that can get the pressure. So Miles Murphy may be the low-key target for the Falcons. I could actually see Miles Murphy being, because of that need to get after the pass rusher. And like I said, that's obviously something that they're looking for. And again, Jalen Carter. Jalen Carter will actually, he will more than likely, in my opinion, I think he fits this team's need more than better than any defensive lineman, edge rusher in this draft. I think Jalen Carter is the perfect guy for the Atlanta Falcons. One of the things that has plagued the Falcons is when you have these big offensive lines, and you have teams that are committed to the run, they tend to push our defensive line around a little bit. They kind of get tired. I wouldn't necessarily say push them around. That's a little bit far, but during the course of the game, things kind of wear them down, wear down a little bit. So you got a guy like Jalen Carter, you can put him on the left side, right side, inside. Like, you can do anything with Jalen Carter. The dude 6'6", 340, 350 pounds, and he's athletic. The dude hand is freaking disgusting. We talk about hands. This boy, Jalen Carter name, hands are incredible, bro. So I think if anybody fits this scheme perfectly, is Jalen Carter. I love what Jalen Carter be able to do. Do you see Terry trading up to get? Hell no. Hell no. No. Nope. Trading up takes money. For one, Falcons are not trying to. I want people to understand this. Falcons are not trying to give up money. Falcons are not trying to give up money. The Falcons have to pay someone, whether it's Caleb McGarry, Chris Lindstrom, Rashawn Evans, We have to find out whether or not Casey Hayward is going to come back next year. If he comes back, that's more money there. You got safety. I'm sure you want to upgrade the safety if there's any concern as far as Jalen Hawkins is concerned. You might want to bring in another safety. You might want to bring back an Isaiah Oliver who played pretty good this past game. You might want to bring him back. You got guys. You may want to bring in a tight end. And trading up, if you trade up, that's more money allocated towards that first round pick. So I don't think the Falcons will trade up anyway. I think the Falcons are going to sit where they are, and they're going to, sit on a guy like Jalen Carter. They're going to sit on a guy like Miles Murphy. Those are the guys that they're going to sit on. Falcons have options. The Falcons in a position where they're looking for, a few things as far as the defense is concerned. Like I said, you could use an edge guy. I don't think that's be the Atlanta Falcons' first priority. Obviously, they'd already stated that they need inside pressure. Falcons want inside pressure. So that automatically put Miles Murphy on that list. That automatically put Jalen Carter on that list. They want to get pressure up the middle. So they put those guys right there. And the only way that I see that they trade up, the Falcons, even with when they had the opportunity to go after Lance, the Falcons sat home. They stayed put. And they drafted Kyle Pitts. So I don't see the Falcons trading up. The Falcons have shown that they'll trade up in the second and third rounds. But as far as the first round is concerned, I don't think they'll trade up. I mean, you got to throw in, if I'm not Nolan Smith, he's another guy that could drop to like the second round, and you can end up getting him late. Falcons, it's a lot of options in this draft, bro. It's a lot of options in this draft. So trading up, in my opinion, this is probably the deepest draft for defenses and offensive linemen. This is probably the deepest draft, in my opinion. The Falcons don't need, unless they feel like this guy's going to be an absolute superstar, I don't see any reason to trade up. And like I said, trading up, that's going to take away money. Why am I saying it's going to take away money? Because, after, that rookie deal is up, somebody going to have to get paid. So what that means, a guy like A.J. Terrell, instead of getting a 7-year deal, he may get a 5-year deal. Instead of extending and making Chris Lindstrom, the highest paid offensive lineman in the league, he may want a 7-year deal, and the Falcons only be able to give him 5. Like, these are the things that you have to take in consideration while drafting these guys right now. Because if those guys end up being superstars, we already saw the willingness from some of these franchises to go out and give these players extensions while they have their rookie deal. This is what happened to Kyler Murray. They gave him extension while he still had his rookie deal. Do you see Malone playing more? Oh, absolutely. He's already gotten a ton of playing time. A lot more playing time. Like I said, he may put on a little bit of weight. He's already kind of on the thin side anyway. They probably just like him where he is, but he may put on a little bit of weight, just depending on what Dean Pease is asking for. And that's why it's so important to have these bookends. in a 3-4 defense, because you can put the bookends on the outside. They can eat up space, and then you got a guy like D'Angelo Malone who can just use his athleticism on the outside. This is what Pittsburgh does with T.J. Watt. T.J. Watt is he's small. Okay, he's little as hell. For a guy that's a 3-4 outside linebacker, he is very small. He's good as all good out, but he's small. Alex, shut up. Look, Miles Murphy, okay, let me tell you something. He got the build to be able to play multiple positions. That's what we're talking about. With that size, Taquan Graham. Do you know how big Taquan Graham is? Yeah, he came in the league about 270. He came in about 280. Went to the draft and gained about like 10 pounds. So those guys had almost similar builds when it comes down to it. Miles Murphy is tall with heels. Does anybody remember what's the guy that used to play for the Colts? The Colts make this they made this a living. They made a living at doing this type of stuff. They would get these bookends, and they would be about 6'4", 6'5", about 275, and they would turn them into 3 techs. Miles Murphy does have the ability to play a 3 tech, to play inside, to be an inside pass rusher. Learn to listen, okay, Alex? Learn to listen. A pass rushing inside 3 tech. The Falcons did it this year with Taquan Graham. They've done it all year. Learn to look, okay? Learn to look at things. Do you know what a NASCAR package is? Yeah, NASCAR package. You know what a NASCAR package is? Almost every NFL team has a NASCAR package. You know what those is? Where you play 3 defensive ends, and you do just focus on rushing the passer. Yeah, Alex. Learn to listen, okay? Learn to listen. It's not about being consistent. Your job as a player is to play. Do what you do best. You don't worry about whether or not you can consistently play. Your defense coordinator is to put you in position where you can do what you do. You ever realize why we have an inside linebacker in Troy Anderson? Why he's lining up on the inside and outside? Because of his skill set. Yeah, with those guys, with guys around 6'4", 250, 270 pounds, you can do a lot of things with those. You can put these guys inside, use a lot of loops, loop them around, twist them, stun them. You can do a lot of things with guys that size. So you can line a Miles Murphy in the middle. So learn to listen. Learn to pay attention to every aspect of scouting. Sir, I've been doing this for quite some time. Okay? Thank you, sir. Love you. Grady Jarrett is a guy that's about 290, 300. Grady Jarrett was undersized to play inside too. That didn't matter because the Falcons put him in position where he could do one thing and one thing well. Rush the passer. So it really is, like I said, it comes down to what your skill set is and how the defensive coordinator is going to put you in position. Because if you looked at, if you would have watched T.J. Watt coming out of college and looking at his tape, it's like, damn, boy, he can't stop the run at all. Ain't no way in hell he'll be able to get 20 sacks in a year. You know why he got those 20 sacks? Because the coach put him in position where he could succeed. Where he could just do one thing, get after the quarterback. So it's not all about what coming out of college what your skill set is. That's why it's very important for players to go to certain teams, because that said coach is going to put you in a position where you can do your one thing well. This is why Taysom Hill, he's a horrendous quarterback, but when you look at how the Saints use him, they use him in multiple things, because he can catch, he can run really fast. You know, every once in a while, you know, he got a pretty damn good arm, but he can do multiple things. It's about putting your player in position to succeed. You look at CP. CP is a perfect example of this. You look for guys with the talent, and then you ask for the coaches to get creative and use these guys in different positions. So you play inside, outside. You can do a lot of stunts. This is what Rex Ryan did for years. Rex Ryan did this for years. You remember Javon Curse? Everybody remember Javon Curse? Yeah, he was another one of those guys. They used to put him on the edge. They put him outside in coverage. Tony Dungy used to do the same thing when he was the Tampa Bay defensive coordinator, head coach. He would get these guys who were freak athletes and put them in different positions so he could just go after the quarterback. Get after the quarterback. It's all about how the defensive coordinator put these guys in position to succeed, and not all about what they can and cannot do. So, like I said, the NASCAR package don't come on third down. Learn to listen. Learn to listen. Do your homework. A NASCAR package just does not pertain to third down, sir. Okay? Doesn't pertain to just third downs. A NASCAR package is to get after the quarterback. Get after the quarterback. So if you have a lead, let's say you up 20-21. This is what, go back and look at the Denver Broncos. They did this an entire year. They would get a lead. They would get up to 2 to 3. They would get up to 2 or 3 scores. When they up 2 or 3 scores, they would go to their NASCAR pack. They would have Von Miller on the outside, and they have I forget the other guy, but they would have from Cowboys. Good God Almighty. The guy from Cowboys, and all they would do was put 3 defensive edge guys in, and they would just get after the quarterback when they had leads. So, like I said, it doesn't necessarily matter what you can do. It's about the personnel, how the team put the personnel together, and putting you in a position where you can do that one thing well. If you're a guy that got a crazy first step, and you have enough strength to be able to play inside, enough size to play inside, and just do that wide 9, like the Philadelphia Eagles, a perfect example of that right now. They still do the wide 9. All they do is just put their best pass rushers on the field, and most of those guys are edge guys. And say spread them all the way out. They will spread you all the way out and say get after the quarterback. Philadelphia does this right now. There's a difference between versatility and ideal position. Murphy's ideal position is in the edge rusher, and his versatility to play multiple spots. Sir, stop overthinking. Doesn't matter. If your coach brought you here to do one thing, get after the quarterback, it doesn't matter what size you are. You can be 340 pounds. You can be 210 pounds. If you can get after the quarterback, he's going to put you in a position and a spot where you can do exactly that. You go back to 2016. Vic Beasley was used in the middle of the defense a lot of times, the spot. And what they would do, they would have Rashid Hayman, and they would have Grady Jarrett in the middle, and they would have Adrian Claiborne on the outside. And what they do, they put them in the middle, and they'll end up doing the end around stump. So Vic Beasley can have a one-on-one. These are ways you can design opportunities for even small guys or bigger guys to get at the quarterback. So it don't matter what your versatility is. It don't matter what your skill set is. The coach's job is to make the most out of that. I seen the 49ers use that package too. It said, look, it's a pass rushing, okay? It does not matter what your size is. If you can do that one thing well, get after the quarterback. If you can apply pressure, they will find ways to get you in position. You don't have to be a 3-tech. You don't have to be a 6'9", 1 0. You don't have to be those types. The defense coordinator's job is to put you in position where you can succeed to get those one-on-ones and get as many pass rushes on your team as possible. It's up him to design things to get you free. That's what the defense coordinator's job is, to get you free. All you need is guys who's athletic enough, who has the ability to get after the quarterback and the skill set to get after the quarterback. Don't matter if you don't have the size, you don't have the strength. That's why you got teammates. Your teammates have that ability. That's why you draft. That's why you got money. So you can bring in guys that lack what a guy like Miles Murphy they have what Miles Murphy lacks. This is why Kyle Pitts was drafted to the Atlanta Falcons. Everybody was like, okay, well, why we just didn't get a wide receiver? Why we just got a athletic tight end? Because this tight end could do anything. You could put him anywhere on the field and he's going to be a mismatch for somebody. This is exactly how defensive coordinators think. My job is to make you go insane. How am I going to match up with a Miles Murphy inside, with a guard that runs a 5 flat, or a guard that runs a 4.7, 4.8? Miles Murphy runs a 5, about a 5.45 to 5.7. Some of these guys probably run a little less than that. And the quickness and the strength to go with it. So again, it's not all about, what that particular person can do. It's putting in position where they can take advantage of the opponent. Again, this is why we drafted Drake London. Drake London is a guy who's absolutely an athletic freak. He can jump, he can pass, he can run after the catch, he can block, and you put him in the slot against these small corners, mismatches. The NFL is all about mismatches. So you drafting the best play. You're drafting these players to get the most mismatches. Athletes make careers out of doing one thing well. Think Shaq, Dennis Rodman, all, Major League, and even baseball. Like, that's the one thing about baseball that I always respect. Like, you got guys that are just pure fastball throwers. They only do one thing, coming in, throw heat. And then you got guys that have nothing but breaking ball pitches. But it's up to the managers to learn how to mix and match those types of players. If you got a batter up and he struggles with fastball, guess what? You gonna bring in a guy that can throw curveballs and he only throws the ball 89 miles an hour? No, you gonna bring in a guy that gonna throw that heat. And this is the same way that defensive coordinators think. This is the reason why the Falcons drafted Kyle Pitts. Because Kyle Pitts can play inside. A guy like Kyle Pitts, you can throw him outside. If you got a small DB and you line Kyle Pitts outside, he gonna eat that small DB up. Same thing we literally just saw this yesterday with Mike Evans. They had them little small corners in Carolina, and all they did was go deep. And he was killing them all day. It's about mismatches. The more weapons that you have, the more players that you have to play different styles, the better you are going to be as a team. Right now, the Falcons can only play one way, grind it out. Until our quarterback, until we get consistent pass rushes, the Falcons can only play one way. We can't rush the passer consistently right now. We don't have enough pass rushers. So this is why the Falcons are going to go after pass rushers. You want to have variety, people. And like I said, you're going to use these guys. Like I said, you can say what you want about Dan Quinn. The thing with Dan Quinn, he had everything right. Speed does kill. Speed kills. But the thing where he got it messed up is he forgot about the physical aspect. Dan Quinn forgot about the physical aspect of things. You just want to use athletes and just say go after the quarterback. Falcons didn't have a guy that could stop the run. Variety. You want, like, for one, you want pass rushers that can do it with power. You want pass rushers like Grady Jarrett who can do it with speed and power. And you want pass rushers who can just do it with pure speed and press the edges. You want linebackers who can blitz. Those are all aspects of getting after the quarterback. You want variety. You want as much as you possibly can. And this is why size with guys like Miles Murphy, Taquan Graham, these guys are at a premium. Because you can put these guys inside, outside, and you can just mix and match all day. And then force their inside guys, force their guards to match up with a guy that's quick, big. This is the reason why you want 6'4", 6'5" guys around 250, 270. You want as many of those guys you possibly can. I promise you, if you look on every defense, you'll see guys at 6'4", 250, between 250 and 280, 90 at the max. You'll see most good defenses always have guys around 6'5", 250, 255, all the way up to 290. Why? Because you want variety. You can mix and match and play with these guys inside. Drafting Pitts was a mistake. He's honestly not an X factor. That's literally the stupid shit. But see, like, stop. Shut up. Shut up. Okay? Just shut up. Shh. No more. You don't even deserve to type no more. Just shut up. Don't tell me it's a mistake when the guy was a rookie Pro Bowler. Just be quiet. Just stop. If you didn't like it, you didn't like it. But don't say it's a mistake when the guy literally was a rookie Pro Bowler and was literally 40 something yards away from breaking the NFL record. Man, what are you talking about? Like, just be quiet. Some of y'all don't deserve to have a phone. Jesus Christ. Just say some of the craziest stuff. How the hell a guy who made a Pro Bowl in his rookie year was a mistake? Like, what are you talking about, people? Shut up, okay? Like, shut up. Him making the Pro Bowl as a rookie and us getting blown out that season by double digits. Shut up. You don't even know what you're talking about. Like, see, this is what we talk about when we talk about read your facts, read your stats. The Falcons didn't get blown out a lot of games. The Falcons went in, just like this year, the Falcons had 10 plus games where there was within one score. So get your facts right before you come in here with this nonsense. Okay? Get your facts right. This is all about the facts, the stats, and the truth. Understand where you at. You're not on, the other content creators who don't do facts, stats, and the truth. That's not even true. The Falcons are one of the last 2 years, the Falcons have been in 10 plus games where it came down to one score. So get your facts right, sir. I would much rather you just say I wasn't a fan of Kyle Pitts. Don't just come up here and make up nonsense that's not true. Because that's not true at all. Talking about the Falcons got blown out. Man, shut up. That man to see 1, 2 games, 3 games where the Falcons got blown up and then say, well, Kyle Pitts was a mistake. Man, look, this man, look. That just hurts, man. Somebody get this dude to pacify. Talking that nonsense. Good God almighty. Don't come in there and say that nonsense. I don't know what the hell you talking about. Do a damn read. Look, it's fucking free, people. The internet is free. All you got to do is research your damn self. Jesus Christ. Michael Williams. Like, who would you thought the Falcons get? I want to know that. Lord Jesus. Season, all games we played, we lost all but 1 or 2 by double digits. And then come back and apologize. Look, bro. You said, all right, him making the Pro Bowls as a rookie and us getting blown out that season by double digits every game. All right, I can fucking read, okay? Maybe you can't read or comprehend what you wrote, but this is what you said, sir. I didn't say it. You wrote it. it, okay? You wrote it. Mad Mike did not write it. Man, you got cataracts or something? Jesus Christ. Maybe the dude got cataracts. He don't remember what the hell he even wrote. Bro, you look, what are you talking about? Slow down and type what you mean, because you're literally saying this stuff. Don't contradict yourself. Slow down and type what you mean, okay? You said cow piss was a mistake. All right? Jesus Christ. This man literally said drafting Kyle Pitt was a mistake. And then the very next thing says, I didn't say it was a mistake. I'm not saying he's a mistake. Good God, bro. Eagles 32-6. Yeah, we know. We know, sir. Yeah, I actually cover the games. Yeah, I don't miss a game. So I know exactly what goes on with the Atlanta Falcons. We do content 7 days a week around here. Trust me, we know our history. We know what's going on with these Falcons. It's important for you to slow down and type what you mean, or you just stop trying to be right and be intelligent. Stop trying to be right and just be intelligent. Do the intelligent thing is slow down, think about what you're saying, and then type it, okay? Thank you, Michael. I appreciate you. It's okay, people. It's okay to be wrong, okay? Well, I've been wrong plenty of times. A lot of times. But don't double down on the dumb shit. I actually like Brandon Cooks as a stretch. I mean, I'm not paying for Brandon Cooks that much money. Well, we already got OZ and Damar Bird. I'm not paying for that. And plus, you know, like me, for my own selfish reason, I'm going out and I'm getting Mecole Hardman. He's gonna be a free agent. I know he had some injuries last few years in Kansas City. But I'm going out and getting Mecole Hardman. I'm not getting Brandon Cooks. So, good guys, how does Piss have anything to do with double-digit losses? Like, John, I don't know. Like I said, some of these people are so used to being the smartest person in their room, they don't realize there's actually more than 10 people in the world. Yeah. There's actually more people, there's more than 10 people in the world, okay? Just because you're the smartest at your job or the smartest in your house, doesn't necessarily mean that we are ignorant. We hear what you're saying, and what you're saying doesn't make sense. So slow down, say what you mean, articulate yourself, and then we can talk, sir. Sensei, how you doing, sir? Michael Williams, sir, I've seen it. Okay, I don't know what you're trying to prove, but you need to go screenshot what you're saying. Okay, screenshot what you're saying, because obviously you don't know what you're saying. Slow down, type, and articulate yourself, sir. It's okay. You said he was a mistake. Then you turn around and say, I'm not saying he's not a mistake. We know that the Falcons had quite a few games where they were, quote unquote, blown out. And we know for a fact that the Falcons were in at least 9. I think it was 9. It may have been 70 or 9, something like that, in one-score games. So the Falcons had never been a team under Arthur Smith that got blown out a lot. Sir. Falcons have never been a team under Arthur Smith that have gotten blown out a lot. Never. See, this. I think what his problem is, he don't know what blown out means. Blown out in the NFL means more than 2 scores. Okay, that's more than 10 points. That's what blown out means. So anything over 10 points, that's what blown out means. 10 points, about 2 scores. Well, excuse me, that's wrong. What I just said. But 2 scores. We're talking about 2 touchdowns, 2+ touchdowns. We're talking about 14 points. That's what blown out means in the NFL. Okay? So the technical term for what you talking about don't matter. The NFL defines blown out anything over 14+ points. That's what being blown out means. And 19-7 is literally a 1-score game. So it's like, I don't, sir, just I don't like I said, I don't know what you. I don't know. I just. Yeah, I want Miko, bro. I want Miko. Like I said, I know he got some issues as far as his knee is concerned. I do know he is a guy that we can use similar to CP. You can throw him in. He can run the ball. He can return. We can kind of even lessen CP's load even more, and he can just primarily be a specialty player as far as a running back, and you can put him in a slot. Let him be another option for Desmond Ridder as a wide receiver. You bring in a Miko Hardman, so that's just more speed, and there's more playmakers around Desmond Ridder. So. Southside, I sign him all the time. Hey man, I love Miko. He was one of my favorite Bulldogs, bro. Nobody hates you, Michael. We just want you to, to articulate yourself the proper way, okay? You're doing a poor job of doing that. We're not making fun of you. We're trying to tell you that you're contradicting yourself and you're not making sense. "14 points is considered a blowout, not 8. Okay? Does anybody know what a deep pass is? What the NFL defines as a deep throw? What would you like for authors? Like I said, man, do you think we're a team people will be interested in? Of course. I mean, look, let's just look. We ain't got no damn money. So why would anybody be interested in a team you ain't got no damn money? We won't know who is for us if we won't have no damn money. We ain't got no damn money, so we don't know. You don't think defensive players don't want to play for DP? You don't think, offensive linemen, tight ends, running backs don't want to play for Arthur Smith and run the damn ball, have an opportunity to run the damn ball? Yeah, they do. So absolutely, I think teams would want to play for the Falcons. Money talk, bullshit walk, bro. We should know that by now. Money talk, bullshit walk. Hey, TL Leo, what's good? No, Gear, Five Corey, absolutely. We got to have some veteran wide receivers. That's our problem right now. We got way too many young wide receivers. Like, damn. You see we struggling right now. You saying no old wide receiver. Duh. Our wide receiver core struggling because they're young. Yeah, our offense is struggling because we have young wide receivers. We have young tight ends. Kyle Pitts is a second year. Drake is a rookie. This is the reason why you need veterans on your team. One of the reasons why the Falcons went to the Super Bowl in 2016 is because they had a nice mix of veteran guys. Dwight Freeney, Grady Jarrett, who was a young, second year? I think he was a second year at that time. Young. A rookie in Deion Jones, a rookie Keanu Neal. Second or third year with Desmond Trufant. You had a nice mix of players. You can never have having too many young players, you'll never learn shit. You'll never get anything done. You need a mix of veteran players and young players. And y'all got to understand, we do not throw the ball much anyway. So any wide receiver who's going to come here be a veteran, he's not going to play much at all. So it does not matter. It doesn't matter, yo. You bringing wide receivers in here to be crucial in big time moments. So if you decide to sign a AJ Green, let's just say, for example, these guys are coming here to play in the fourth quarter, to be big in the fourth quarter for a playoff push. That's why you're bringing those guys. So don't frown on these vets, bro. I mean, Tom Brady about 15 million years old. That motherfucker is evolution. Okay? Don't frown on these old guys. Denzel Mims. That sounds like a good name. I wouldn't mind. Like I said, at this point, my thing is I want a mix of players and not, just a team full of young guys. Like, nah, just not gonna work. What about Payne from Commodores? Look, if you want to come here for 3 years and sign a 3-year deal for about $40-50 million, then I'll do that. But I'm not overpaying them. I think we can get some nice pressure guys in the inside for a lot less. But if you want to come here for a decent deal, I'm all for it. But I'm not overpaying players. You see Jalen Carter going off. Look, the defensive line didn't really have. I don't know what the hell what was up with Kirby and them boys, but they pissed me off, boy. Nobody could do anything right. The linebacker, the secondary, the front four. Like Michael Williams came up. He kind of came up, but you know the D line was not very consistent. And that kind of keeps, I don't know if he was tired or it's just, like I said, it's one of those games where they were just, just didn't have their best game. It happens. But I'm going to just be real. I think they destroyed TCU. I'm trying not to be disrespectful, but TCU, bro. And that's probably that's probably what they're thinking for themselves. Like, we're disrespecting them. And like I said, I probably am. But I just don't think they can match Georgia. Especially our front seven. Anytime Kirby has a bad game, his defense have a bad game, they end up coming out, playing like absolute, like they go insane the next game. So I honestly think they're gonna destroy TCU, even with Mighty Midget at quarterback. Yeah, I said it. I mean, with Ohio State, like, they just got good wide receivers. They got a bunch of wide receivers. Like, they have a bunch of freaking wide receivers. So I don't think like TCU had the level of talent that Ohio State has. CJ Stroud is a damn good quarterback. Dugan is a pretty good quarterback, but I just don't think he's on CJ Stroud level. They have some good wide receivers there at TCU. No disrespect. Good offensive line, good running game, good coaching, good defensive. They're okay defensively, and I'm talking about extremely okay. But yeah, I think, I just don't think Georgia struggles 2 games in a row. And like I said, they have some nasty talent at Ohio State. And I'm just talking about, they wide receivers. They have a pretty good offensive line, good running backs, obviously a good quarterback. And TCU runs a 3-3-4. Yeah, they gonna get destroyed, bro. They better find some damn DBs. They better find some DBs fast, quick, in a hurry. They better find some DBs fast, quick, in a hurry if they wanna. If they gonna play that 3-3-5, yeah, it's gonna be ugly. But yeah, I appreciate everybody for joining, man. We're gonna go on later on tonight. Got to do a little bit more research, some scouting. So you guys check out 6-Man K-Styles tonight. All right, we're gonna do some draft talk, some draft breakdowns on a few guys. So you guys Stay tuned for that. Continue to support your boy here at Man Mike Sports, Atlanta Falcons Nation, 6-Man K-Style, Jew Talk Sports. That's all I got to say about that, man. Appreciate you. Love you. As always, keep God first. Continuously, keep that good positive affirmations. One thing that people don't do enough is positive affirmations. Not only to yourself, but to others. It's okay to say I love you. It's okay to say I appreciate you. It's okay, people. That's all I got to say about that. Your boy, man, Mike is out, man. Peace.